What's going on YouTube? My name is FG3000. I'm back in the place to be and welcome back to 7 Deadly Sins Grand Cross. In today's video, we are jumping back into the coin shop to talk about an upcoming character who will be on sale here in about 2 days and 11 hours, and that is a Guardian Gilthunder. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna go through his kit, do a little bit of live gameplay with what I consider to be his very best gameplay mode, and of course, I'll give you guys my final thoughts and impressions on is this character worth your hard-earned golden coins, especially when he's sitting right there next to Green Jericho. So let's go ahead and get it on. Now, wait a minute, FG. You're missing somebody over there. You ain't slick. I see you. Now, first of all, I've already done a video on Red Hauser, ladies and gentlemen. You might have missed a video, so do make sure that you are subscribed and you have your notification bell checked because, you know, I know what happened was. Probably what happened is that Susan didn't put the Hauser video in your sub box, so that's why you missed it, but rest assured, I've already done a video on Red Hauser, so there you go. Let's get it on, ladies and gentlemen. We are talking about Thunderbolt, Guardian Gilthunder. So most of us have had the opportunity to use this character via the Jericho event, but just in case you guys have not, let's go ahead and take it from the top. So his number one is a Lightning Beast Chase. This is an AoE shock ability. So basically 200% of attack on all enemies and shocks for 4 turns at every single skill rank. So this is a really good ability, just kind of set and forget. It can also be used on the Great Demon raid boss as well. As you guys know, that boss spends a little bit of time in the air as well as on the ground. When that boss is in the air, you can absolutely use this ability. So he has some mild use on Great Demon raid, but like I said, I'll tell you about his very best gameplay modes here in a second. Here is his number 2, which is his bread and butter, Lightning King's Heavy Armor. He assumes a stance, so do keep that in mind. He can be knocked out of this, which taunts enemies and, of course, decreases damage by 75% when attacked for 2 turns at the highest rank and then 1 turn at the previous rank. So that's going to be his bread and butter ability right there. Now, as you guys can see, thus far, he doesn't really have a lot of damage in his kit, but that all changes right over here, especially with his combined attack, Lightning Napalm, ladies and gentlemen. Inflicts rupture damage equal to 792%. I think mine's ranked up. 792% of attack on a single enemy times 2 damage against buffed enemies is what Rupture does. This is a stone cold killer of an ability, ladies and gentlemen, I assure you. And then last but not least, his passive is very similar to Merlin, but as opposed to piercing, this one's going to be resistance. So basically this increases his resistance by 10% per ultimate orb. And then of course, when he's maxed out, it will increase by an additional 50% when he's completely full. So that is his kit. As far as equipment, because I know some people are kind of curious about this in my previous videos. Yes, his ultimate does a ton of damage, but I would still spec him out for health and defense because you can always bring damage to a fight, right? Lots of characters bring damage, but not a lot of characters also bring taunt with it. So I'd focus more on his taunt ability. So this is why I brought HP and defense equipment on this character right there. So of course, as always, use your own discretion when it comes to outfitting your characters because there's always a different way of doing things. So there you go. There is the character. Now, as far as what gameplay modes I think he's most useful in, I'm going to say not in farming at all. There's really no reason to bring him on a farming team whatsoever. As far as Red Demon Raid, absolutely not. There's no reason to bring him there at all. Gray Demon Boss, I guess you could bring him there. Like I said, his number 1 does do damage to the boss, whether he's flying or on the ground. His number 2 can taunt some of the single target attacks on that raid boss. And then of course his ultimate does a ton of damage. I just think there are better picks. I feel like the very best place to use Guardian Gilthunder is going to be in hard story encounters as well as PvP. Because when it comes to a taunting character in pretty much any game, the whole concept behind taunting is taking the pressure off of your more squishy characters. And that the places where that is most prevalent, of course, is in very hard story modes, which you guys saw in chapter 6, and of course in PvP. So that's where I think he's going to be the best used. So let's go ahead and jump into PvP and kind of see him live in action, ladies and gentlemen. So here's the squad that we're going to bring. We're going to go ahead and bring Guardian Gilthunder over here. As far as our subunit, we're going to be bringing Simon. If you guys are not familiar, he has a pretty nice unique, which increases all allies damage dealt by 15% in PvP. So hopefully we can find ourselves someone that has a buff so we can use Lightning Napalm. As far as food, you're going to be using that chicken FG. We're actually going to be using ultimate food this time around. Ultimate food is very useful as well. Yeah, you're not going to get the 1000% more coins, but I feel like he who ults first has a really good chance of winning. Like, not guaranteed, not 100%, but I feel like if I can get my ultimates online way faster than my opponent, I stand a very good chance of winning here. Obviously, I'm only in Silver 3, so I don't be taking PvP tips from FG. I'm just showing you what Gilthunder's all about, all right? So let's go ahead and jump into combat. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully we get a live opponent as well. All right, here we are. Let's see who we're going against here. Got a, oh, look at this. Little free-to-play squad here. All right. This is, yeah, free-to-play squad. Well, Green Meliodas. All right, so let us get it on. Princess Elizabeth adds ultimate move orbs, so she's very, very good at doing that. But let's just go ahead and just see what they're all about first, shall we? Let's go ahead and do a little softening up. Let's just see what they got. Hauser, by the way. Hauser. My goodness. Calm down. This video ain't about you. I'm trying to pull a Slater. All right, so let's see what he does here. It looks like it is a real person because he's taking a little time to do what he needs to do. Looks like he's going to try to focus on Elizabeth. And this is kind of like a prime example, right? I need Elizabeth to live. She's like one of my most important aspects of this PvP team. So this is where a Gilthunder will come in handy. So like I'm going to go ahead and put on Taunt. It's only for one turn, but that's going to take a little bit of pressure off of my Elizabeth there. He's doing a lot of, let's see here. I'm actually going to forego AoE attacks at the moment because he has this little green Meliodas there trying to ruin my day. Ain't gonna happen. All right. And none of these characters buff, I don't think. I don't think at all. All right, no Petrify there. Okay, okay. So from here, once again, what I can do, I'll go ahead and just burn this. I don't really need to do this at the moment. Same thing applies here. I'm just going to, man, let's do it. Let's see what happens. All right, nice heal there, a little damage to King's face. Let's see what happens. Woo! All right, he shrugged it off. I just wanted to test it. That was a pretty good Meliodas attack there, but not enough. All right, so no character here has a buff, unfortunately. So let's just go ahead and finish this off. We're gonna go for heals, and then we're gonna go for Dragon Castle Tornado Upper, and then I'll give you half the end. Ah, come on! So yeah, he's definitely a real player behind the wheel here, because he's definitely using Bond the way you're supposed to use them. So not a lot of health here left on his Meliodas. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish him off. We're also gonna put up Taunt as well. And you know what? Just for giggles, we'll just go ahead and throw up a heal. I didn't really need to do that, but I want to kind of draw this fight out just a little longer. For that 10-minute mark, FG? No, we're gonna do more PvP, but I'm just trying to draw it out just to see more gameplay. I ain't worried about that 10 minutes. All right. Oh, DN's here. Yeah, this guy went with pretty much what I would consider basically a free-to-play team. All the free-to-play sins, and then like that one SSR that you get from the tutorial. But none of them have buffs here, so that's why I want to do another. I want to do another encounter just to see. Thank you for that taunt once again. Taunt's just super useful, you know. Like I said, he's not going to be a person that you're going to bring to farm. Let's go ahead and finish this off finally. He's not going to be someone that you're going to bring to your farming squad or anything like that. Like I said, completely useless in Red Demon Raid, 100% useless. You're never going to bring him there. Meh usage in the Gray Demon Boss. And then, like I said, maybe if you're in Chapter 6 right now, probably going to be some usage there. And then, of course, in PvP, just keeping pressure off of the characters that you really want to keep alive. So there you go. So let's go ahead and finish this fight off so we can queue back up. Nice job on the Bond here. So, like I said, I feel like the name of the game when it comes to PvP, once again, I'm in silver. Don't be trying to take too much advice from me. But I feel like the name of the game is just basically mitigating ultimates. Like, if you can mitigate someone's ultimate and get your ultimate off faster, like, you can really, like, dominate PvP. Because right now, I should have won by now, but his Bond just keeps on taking away my ultimate orbs, screwing me over. You can't get all three of us, but if he's smart, he'll just do Dragon Upper and Lightning Napalm. There goes the stance. Or maybe he didn't have any that time. Yep, now that is going to be GG, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and finish this off. Dragon, Tornado Upper, Lightning, Napalm. And then just for giggles, we'll get those ultimate move orbs going back around again. I will never get tired of seeing that ability. Ever, ever, ever. Unfortunately, shortened animation. But like I said, I just don't really find him useful in the other gameplay modes, so... There you go. Let's queue back up, though. I want to see if we can find someone that has a buff on them. That way we can do a little bit more damage. Silver 3 FG? Yeah! Hey, man, I've been slacking on this, and I know I was like, hey, guys, you definitely want to do PvP right now. That way you can learn everything while everybody is fresh and new. Now is the time! Didn't do it. Didn't follow my own words, unfortunately. We're gonna go back for that ultimate move food one more time. Let's jump back into the queue. Veggie apple pie. I do find this food really useful, and I kind of talked about this in a few other videos and on Twitter. Some people were kind of struggling with Chapter 6. Try out this ultimate move food right here, man. Just being able to get that extra turn in where you can ult quicker can definitely make the difference. Especially if you're fighting some really potent people here. Ah, Arthur's here! Can he... I'm hoping that he does what I want him to do. Alright, so we got some blue units over here, which are going to be kind of annoying. Sepatant. Kind of see what he's all about here. Test out the Slater. No video will be complete unless there is a Slater appearance, ladies and gentlemen. Has to happen every time. Let's see what he does with Arthur. This is a real player. Taking some time here. He did not go for the buff. So this is actually a pretty good showing of Gilthunder here, because right now he's having to block against people that have an advantage towards him. So it's not going to be fantastic for him, but you know what? We're still going to keep doing it. Not going to be great, but we're still going to do it. I'm not too worried about it. Yeah, Hauser's not going to be the main man in this one, unfortunately. I got a lot of disadvantages when it comes to the elemental types here, because I'm running 2 red, 1 green. So right there, basically you see Gilthunder has all of his move orbs up. He has the highest resistance that he can possibly have here. Still quite a bit of damage there. So let's see what we got here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to stop him. Or can I? You know what? Let's test it. Let's test this. Let's see. I want to test this against a person that has an elemental disadvantage, right? And no buffs. So let's see how much damage this does. Lightning Napalm. Pretty decent damage still, because that was like the worst case scenario right there. Literally the worst case scenario, nearly one-shot him. So Gilthunder, what he lacks in damage in his number 1 and number 2, he definitely makes up for it in his ultimate. But you definitely want to have someone that has a buff on him. He's being very smart by not using that Arthur buff. Recovery disable, that was rude. But I'm pretty sure I can still purge that debuff, right? Let's test it. This is what I was talking about before. You got to do your PvP, man, so you can learn this stuff. All right. Let's double test it. Let's see what happens. Nice. Perfect. So we're back in action. Ultimate on Elizabeth is on the way. Hauser is about to do Dragon, Tornado Upper, Castle. Yeah, he is completely ignoring Arthur here. It's very, very good. Still going to keep on going after my Gilthunder here. I'm not sure why he's not going for Hauser. Now let's actually start trying to finish this off here a little bit. Once again, big heal. Eventually, I'm going to win just through attrition. Like, there's no way he's going to be able to keep up with Elizabeth's heals here. We got Dragon Castle in the house. Arthur's about to do an ultimate here. I forgot what it does. Oh! Dang it. I need my Gilthunder right now. Good timing, though. Let's see what he can do there. Tried to go for the one-shot on Elizabeth with the buff and everything. Did not happen. Okay. Time for a little bit of Dragon Castle action. We're gonna go for the taunt again as well. No, we're not. I don't think he can kill. Let's see what happens. Oh, man, the elemental disadvantages here. All the buffs. Having a really hard time trying to penetrate through this. Got him on the backstep there. I mean, I could have absolutely saved that ultimate. I could have absolutely saved that ultimate for when the buffs went down. But I don't like his king here. I don't want to get petrified stunned because he hasn't really used his king at all. I wonder how many cards he has of king at the moment. Okay. Woo! Elizabeth barely hanging on. Once again, here is a very good opportunity to use the taunt. Are you going to lose this one, FG? It's going to be a nice little heal. Nice little heal there. Smack you in the face a little bit. This Slater is coming for blood. But he has to hit my Gilthunder. You have no choice, buddy. There's the buff once again. Man, let me at you. I want a rupture. that sounds suspect, FG. I know. But I really want a rupture right now. All right. I need more heal action. Whew. Oh, I didn't even notice I had recovery disable. I totally did not notice that. All right, well, that's fine. So, you got to kill my Gilthunder this turn, buddy. You might be able to do it. Let's see what... His king has just been sitting here this entire time. You got to kill my Gilthunder. You went for the Petrify? No Petrify still? Did you do another attack queued up? You didn't! You thought you were going to be able to kill him. That's not going to happen, my friend. All right, it is time for Napalm on Arthur instead. Dang it, I really need to get that recovery debuff off, and I can't do it. Dang it, I couldn't. Slater put me on my back foot there because her number one cannot take off debuffs. Look, oh, I missed the damage. I missed it. Did you guys see it? Oh man, I didn't even see the damage. I've been building up for that rupture this entire time, and I completely missed it. But this is a cool fight, man. We were able to really use Gilthunder to take the pressure completely off of Elizabeth. Now he's probably gonna die here, but he definitely served his usefulness. So shout out to my boy Gilthunder. Very good job. We got to see his rupture. I missed it. You guys didn't. So there you go. Here's Simon, ladies and gentlemen. This is getting boring. Let me help you out. Oh, nice. That's actually pretty cool. I don't appreciate what you said there, but I respect it. All right. Dragon Castle, Tornado Upper. And little AoE action. Slater was the difference maker there. That was a pretty good fight with Slater. And he was very smart with kind of mitigating when his Arthur did buffs. He was very smart about that. And then I screwed up when I tried to heal my Gilthunder when there was a recovery disable on him as well. So that was fun. That was a fun PvP fight. And once again, even though I'm not taking my own advice, now is the time to do PvP to learn all these things, make the mistakes now. That way, when you get to the higher ranks, you're not going to make those mistakes no more. Once again, my name is FG3000. That was a look at a Gilthunder. Final thoughts. You know, like he's quite the niche pick. It really depends on how you're building around him, especially when it comes to PvP. I feel like in a team like I just showed you there, he'd probably be better served if there was someone there that could take ultimate move orbs from the enemy, because I feel like he stalls the match out a little bit, which is there's no problem with stalling, but I feel like you keep on stalling, your enemy is going to get ultimates and it could really not be in your favor. So maybe if you pair him up with someone that can take away ultimate move orbs, you'll be in good shape. So PvP, good. He's definitely a pick that you could do, but once again, use your own discretion. Niche pick and everything else. Definitely not in Red Demon, definitely not in Farm, meh, in Gray Demon. There you go. But I still say use your golden coins on that Jericho, ladies and gentlemen. Even if you already have Jericho, maybe you get a duplicate. Maybe you get a duplicate. I've seen the damage that she's done, and it's insane. So there you go. More to come on her a little bit later. My name is FG3000. I do thank you so much for watching. See you guys in the next video. Later.